Today on Clubhouse Gas, longtime youth coach Harry Batchelor is going to work with us on some simple drills you can do with your young boy or young girl to get them ready for the upcoming basketball season. It's going to be a great and informative show, so stay tuned to Clubhouse Gas.
You know, what I tell my coaches here, you know, they've got the toughest job as far as a coach. They've got 1 hour a week usually. They've got a half a gym, and they maybe have 10 players. They maybe have 1 or 2 that are good, 3 or 4 in the middle that are average, and, you know, 3 or 4 at the bottom that are inexperienced. So very difficult. So as you notice, I don't have all my players here tonight, but I've got 2 assistants. I tell my coaches, don't be such a control freak. Use your assistants, get them out there. Better to have one coach working with 2 or 3 players than just one head coach working with all their players. And then at the same time, we give them little homework drills. We don't want to overdo it. These drills right here, like the Isaiah 7, take less than 5 minutes a day. I see some coaches build on that and try to give them something for 20 minutes, but that's like going on a fast food, like on a diet, crash diet. They'll be good for 3 days and make one mistake and they'll stop. So if you keep it at 5 minutes of homework drills, tell them to do it 2 or 3 times a week, they'll go out and add on to that themselves. And they'll turn it into 10 or 15 minutes. We do the Isaiah 7. Some of these girls have just done the Isaiah 7 for 2 weeks now. Some of them couldn't dribble before. So you'll see tremendous improvement in 2 weeks if we do it here at practice and if they're doing it at home at 2 or 3 times. The pivot drill we feel is a good drill because, again, at rec league, when you're playing against our team, we're going to be very aggressive on defense. If you're leaving that ball out there, we're going to grab it and steal it or tie it up for a jump. So we pivot. We tell them if they ever feel uncomfortable, just pivot, and then they'll get help, and that will avoid jump balls. The triple threat position drill, which was simple, but everyone talks about triple threat, but if you put it into work like we did and just have them toss the ball and go after it aggressively, and just play with a partner, they would have shot and worked and used proper form or pass or dribble or something like that. So those are 3 simple drills. Try to get them to do 2 or 3 of them at homework, and for recreation, that's a pretty good set. We also tell our coaches to come prepared to practice. A lot of times I'd get here, they only have the half court for an hour. In the first 5 or 10 minutes, they're talking about what they're going to do. I tell them, I know it's difficult to get the kids here in the first place, but if they get 5 or 10 minutes, meet outside, tell them what they're going to do for the day, then they go full speed when they're out here. Also, the kids should expect what they're going to do for the day. We always start about 10 minutes of drills, then we go into skeleton drills where 2 or 3 people are working together. Then we'll go into team theme of the day, whether it's inbound plays or play, and then we'll scrimmage the last part. And that kind of is a structure we try to use here. Christ the King. Isaiah 7 dribble is a drill that I learned from a relative who coached in college ball. I learned it about 7 years ago, and I'm sure it had its roots with Isaiah Thomas doing it himself, as he was a great ball handler. It's got an easy name to remember, and they're numbered, and it's easy enough for a rec player and not too difficult. And if they work on it daily, it can take 5 minutes a day, and in 2 weeks you'll see tremendous improvement. Basically, we want them in basketball, good basketball position, the other arm up and the head up, and trying to keep the ball low. And whatever they do, we eventually want to get to this point. Some of them will get tired or lazy, and the back will hurt and such, but we want to be able to keep speed right here. We want to be able, that's number 1. Number 2 would be left-handed. And also, when we talk about this, what we do is most people are right-handed, so we'll tell them to do 25 right-handed, 50 left-handed, because a lot of kids just don't work that other hand. And once you get a little kid that can work both hands, it makes them a very good ball player. That was number 1 and 2. Number 3 and 4, you'll see kids start doing this, leaning over. We want them to work those legs as well, just going back and forth, head up, okay? I'm not as good as left hand. That's number 4. And number 5 and 6 is just in the front. And again, they'll start swaying back and forth, try to keep them in good basketball position. Okay, that's number 5. Number 6. Okay, and number 7 is the easiest one with both hands. Okay, stop. Can you do any? Good. We can do other touching ball drills, but again, once you get too difficult, we want to keep it simple. so that they work on it at home. Keep it at 5 minutes. Don't try to give them 20 minutes to drill their stuff. Next drill we're going to do is a triple threat drill where we've thrown a variation into it to give them something to work with it with. What we want them to do is, again, instead of just talking about getting triple threat position, we're going to combine it. Get them to toss the ball up, go after it aggressively, get in a triple threat, and then I just yell out a command and tell them to either start dribbling or make a pass or to do a shot and work on their proper form for shooting. And it's just a variation on something to tie in with the triple threat. So they're going to go back, they're going to toss it in the air and catch it aggressively and land in triple threat. Ready, go. Good triple threat position. Shoot. Good. Toss. Land in triple threat. Next time, toss it. Okay, dribble. And stop. Toss. Good. And pass. Good. We're going to demonstrate a pivot drill. At the rec age, a lot of people will just get the ball and either do their one dribble and only go to a triple threat, or they'll stay here. And if you do that against teams that are prepared, the first thing they'll do is either grab it and steal it, or they'll tie it up for a jump. So what we try to do is teach a child if they're not in a good position to pass or dribble or shoot it, to be ready to pivot, especially if they have pressure or if they feel uncomfortable. We get some players that feel uncomfortable, and if you teach them how to pivot, they'll at least stop the ball from being tied up or stolen. So another thing we explain to them is to gain real estate, to keep their real estate, as opposed to just right here going back and forth. They got to establish their real estate, keep the hands and elbows pivoting all around. A lot of new people will sit here and do this. We have them pivot for 7 seconds, and they got to keep their eyes up and find the coach and make a good strong pass after 7 seconds. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good job.
All right, thanks, Coach Batchelor. That was fantastic. And remember, if you send us a show idea like today's, you'll receive a Clubhouse Gas cap and a Clubhouse Gas t-shirt in the mail. So go over there, pitch us an idea, send us your information. If we use your idea, free cap, free t-shirt. That's going to do it for us today. And we'll see you right back here tomorrow on Clubhouse Gas.
Aggressive. Get your real estate. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. Give him a good pass. Good. Come back.